honestly, having to unexpectedly move out of my dream flat definitely wasn't on my 2024 bingo card. But what made the situation even harder to accept was the fact that just 1.5 weeks after I'd finished my master's and was looking forward to a carefree summer, I was told the news. I'd have to move out of my absolute dream flat. You are allowed to be sad about it. Allow yourself the time to grieve about it. Give yourself 2 days to grieve about it, max 3 days. But after some time, go and ask yourself, you can't change it now anyway, can you? In my case, what I did was I enjoyed this flat to its fullest for the last month that I was living in here, because I was staying here throughout my whole master thesis journey. So my head had already been at my master thesis and never fully here in my absolute dream flat. So I was like, yes, I regret not, enjoying every moment to its fullest, because there was so many other things going on, uni and stuff. However, I can still make the most of it, at least for the last few weeks that I'm staying in here. Create a flexibility fund. And by that, I do not mean money. Think of it as a mental reserve. Start practicing small acts of flexibility daily so that when big changes hit, you're more mentally prepared and equipped for that. Once I was done grieving about the whole situation, I saw this as an opportunity to practice my mental strength. What I mean by that is that while, yes, having to move flat, having to go to viewing, getting rejected 1,000,000 times is not fun. However, I'm almost certain that in the future, throughout my life, I will probably have to deal with more significant, bigger things, problems, however you want to call them. So I was like, do you know what? I'm taking that as an opportunity to practice my mental strength and my flexibility. Reframe the situation. And by that, I mean the following. Try and think about the things that you were so worried about only a year or even 6 months ago. And then try and think how all of this worrying had helped you throughout the situation and if it was even necessary. I almost guarantee you that somehow things will always turn out fine. You just have to trust yourself. Found a flat I absolutely fell in love with at first sight again. And it made me realize that just because something ended, which you absolutely loved and were so grateful for, doesn't mean that you can't absolutely love and be grateful for the next thing too. And please don't get me wrong. Trust me, I had my fair share of big girl cries after I'd received the news of having to move out. I'm only human too, with real emotions and a love for structure in my day-to-day life. But something about this experience was oddly eye-opening because after all, I didn't let myself down and am now in another very beautiful flat.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know.
already been a few days since I've moved into this flat, finished the move, and I'm officially out of my old flat now. I won't lie, the goodbye wasn't as sad as I thought it will be. I think that's because I already tried to put a full stop behind that chapter, and also because I'm so happy with the new flat that, you know, saying goodbye wasn't as hard anymore.
Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. We're all in this. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last.
The reason why I didn't record settling in and actually moving in properly is because A, I was busy and I forgot. But most importantly, B, is because I just wanted to focus on myself so that I could settle in as quickly as possible and not make this a huge faff when it really shouldn't be. You know, when life throws unexpected changes your way, it's easy to get caught up in the stress and frustration of it all. But here's the thing, every time we face these moments, we're given an opportunity to grow. And yes, I agree, this sounds like a 2014 Pinterest quote, but it's true. So remember this, just because one chapter ends doesn't mean the next one can't be equally beautiful, or maybe even more so. Trust the process and trust yourself, because sometimes you'll even find yourself falling in love with the next thing all over again.
Don't you feel the times are coming? 'Cause I feel it so strong. I've been on hold on, baby. Don't you
On my second evening in this flat, I was preparing my supper, and I can't really remember what I did, but I think I was loading the dishwasher. And then I forgot to close the cabinet that was still open. I got up and I banged my head on that open cabinet door. Oh my goodness. I was in so much pain. I obviously started bleeding immediately. And then after 2 hours, I started feeling very sick, and that's when I started thinking, I'm not sure if that's normal. The big girl that I am, I took myself into the ambulance because I wanted to make sure everything was fine. They were like, you don't need to get stitches, goodbye. It was about 11:30 p.m. I went back home and I was like, do you know what? It's fine, I'm fine. Tomorrow everything will be back to normal. That morning after, I woke up and surprise, it wasn't back to normal. I still felt so sick, and I felt very nauseous as well. And then I was like, I need to get this checked again. I just want to make sure everything is fine. And she told me, you know what? You have a minor concussion. Ever since then, I've been terrified of that cabinet door. You will never ever find me leaving that cabinet door open ever again.